away we go. James with a shaft. He's gonna fall. Need to press the L on me. Come on, James, man. Oh. Cook and here for the second red now. Not a whole lot of HP though. Gonna come back up with the pincer and whiff, and well, that's not what you want at all.
Yeah, he got pulled up.
Guffin gonna go the way of Pulse.
Second red looked like it was delayed as well too.
Yeah, it certainly does. Pulse once again has the MacGuffin. James is hot on his heels though. It's gonna be a throw. And the scrappy situation continues to be scrappy. Should be no surprise. Silent Step now with the MacGuffin in hand. Red as well. This should be, with all of his teammates there available to help him, this should be the first cap. And it should be able to be defended, I think. Vindy, though, has gone to Latromi as well. Yeah, this is a great defense coming up.
Yeah, this is a good setup here. Power up and Mega, but he actually gets flanked.
He lost
the duel. He takes a pincer, then he gets flanked. Yeah. Well, no, he was 2v1 there. It's unfortunate. And this is one of the things about MacGuffin is, you know, it looks like you're in an advantageous position and things can change super quickly.
And then you find out that you fragged your opponent too much. And it's going to go poorly for you.
Listen, I'm just trying to help you with some basic concepts, Joel.
Thank you.
Some basic concepts.
I appreciate it, but I owe you tuition fee, don't I?
At the very least. Why don't we just start with your daily casting range?
But I can't afford that. Latromi.
Yes, you can. You just gotta tell Good Studios to send me the check. Yeah, you literally can.
Send it to Bertrand. Come on, get it to him. He's got a rich-sounding name. He's got to be a rich person. Dude, you could be like a proper aristocrat with your name. Bertrand Bruno. Now introducing. You go out there, you wave your hand like the Queen does.
The only problem is once they find out the origins of my last name, you know, that it's a slave name, I'll lose all my credibility. Yeah.
Alright, Inzi, Hennessy, Nessie, he's dead. It's going to be James on the MacGuffin. Power up now spawns, it's on poles, but he gets dropped very quickly indeed. So we're going to watch this run from James. There's the cap, and now over to Silent Set, coming in for the defense with the Vindicator.
Yeah, this should be a good, probably 80 coins, I would say, by the expiration of this power-up. As long as Silent Step can keep it moving. He's not missing right now. He is not missing. He's not missing. He's just not missing.
I think
he kills himself.
From what we've seen, in all of the various team, well, there's only really been a couple tournaments, but anyway, from what I've seen, I think Silent Step is the best teams player as well. I'm gonna say it. Now there is one man who isn't currently playing who may be better, but yeah, Silent Step is very special indeed. And he's going to make it happen again. Poles, trying.
Yeah, and
see as well.
Yeah, and the difference here is 2Z, when they cap, they're able to hold for at least long enough to get a decent amount of coins. And when D-Slurp caps, they can't hold it at all. And that's reflected in the score. 99-16.
I mean, we are expecting big things from 2Z, aren't we? Latromi, all-time great in team modes. Silent Step, all-time great in team modes. James could potentially cheat if he wanted to. I mean, these are really, really incredible players. And I don't think it's any surprise that D-Slurp are struggling quite as much as they are. But here's the cap from Pulse. Blue as well. Power up in 10 is going to complicate matters. He's going to have to fight up with Latromi, who's going to be able to get the throw. Pulse has to stay on the point for the recap. But power-up coming in. Both Poles and James out of position for it. There is going to be the pull, and it's Sunsep and Latromi winning in the midfield. It's the Vindicator once again for 2Z. Had a clean Vindicator at that.
Yeah, 2Z was almost able to make that work with the throws, but they've got the power-up. They did secure the MacGuffin again. This overtime defense is probably going to be successful. Yeah.
Jesus. All right, 2Z.
Yeah.
All right. You're pretty good at the game.
They're showing us why they're the favorites right now. It's pretty convincing here.
I hate to say it, I wholeheartedly agree with you, but that was
You hate to
dominant.
say it? What?
I do.
Why do you hate to say it?
I don't know, but I just feel like the law of averages sort of works out that if I disagree with you, I'll be right more often than not.
Okay.
Yep. Latromi playing so patiently here. Just round the corner. Gonna scout it out. Comes in. Gonna tear Poles a new one. Cook drops down from the ceiling, but gets the better of him. Haven't seen much of Cook in the round so far. But spec him for a little bit. No, we're not. Silencep's killed him. Poles. Ooh. On the wrong side of the map,
Paul.
on the right side of that rocket. Red for Cook, kills James. Where's the MacGuffin? It's being thrown around on the upper deck, but Cook's here for Vindicator, while other people aren't really going to contest for it. James beats out one MacGuffin once again, left stranded, though. It's the Vindicator for Cook, but almost no HP. And well, there is the cap. He's going to kill himself as well. Allow Poles to do the Vindy defense. And he's doing quite well so far. We're almost at their total score from the last round already.
This is, I think, the first time we've seen D-Slurp do an actual first wave defense successfully. That being said, they did have the power up, which helps a lot. But my biggest worry right now is Paul's been on defense by himself, and they just basically came into base one by one. Like, you can't do that. You guys need to get into your defensive positions quicker. It's really hurting D-Slurp right now.
And yeah, it is. Their aggression here, though, looking pretty good. I was going to run it out lower after the throw to upper. I don't know if that was a bit of a bamboozle for 2Z, but Silencep's collects him anyway.
Yeah, they read that play. Silencep's with the cutoff. Yeah, that was. I don't know how they knew that he made that adjustment from the top jump pad down.
Well,
to
maybe they just had both covered.
It's possible. It's possible. Or maybe Silenceup is just a fucking savant.
I think it could be both. They may have covered both, and he's a savant, and we don't need to put idiot behind it like you do with me. It's going to be, once again, the cap for 2Z. Cook trying to make some inroads, has to back away for the 25s. Vindy in 5. And I don't know, they're spread quite thin. It is going to be the pull. Cook cleans up. Vindicator now on Incy as well, or Nessie, or Hennessy, or I'm just going to call him Hemingway. As Cook makes his way to the base, and it's a pretty tight game thus far. I don't know why, it feels like it's been way more 2Z-sided, but Cook putting in a great performance, and this is looking like a solid defense.
Crucial. The reason why this defense is working is because it looked like D-Slurp cut off 2Z in the middle of the map while the MacGuffin was running Mega Side, and they were actually able to stop the first wave in the middle of the map before you get to the point. So you're seeing the result of that. 73 points right now. Very, very good from D-Slurp.
Very good indeed. Latromi sees an enemy ahead, think better of it, comes through the mid by the power up, and just no information has been gathered by D-Slurp. They shouldn't have any idea of where he is. I mean, maybe by the process of elimination, but they haven't seen him in a long time. And yeah, that's going to be the cap. They weren't camping the base.
Yeah, the cap. They were not camping the base. They were on lookout, trying to rove the map.
Latromi played that
Because
solo.
of that. Well, that allowed 2Z to set up defense, and you know they're going to get coins out of this. Probably going to get at least 70, 75 points.
Well, and by the time, if they hold it to like 90, power-up's going to be up soon, and then the enemy team has such a difficult decision to make. Luckily for them, that's not how it goes. Pulse is on the MacGuffin already. They should be able to cap and then come back for Vindy.
Yeah, I think that's right. James is probably going to be the last attack before power-up. So it's going to be 2-2Z on power-up versus 3 D-Slurp here.
It's Silent Sep and Latromi, though. They've beaten worse odds before.
Yeah, and James is, you know, too good. Just basically says, okay, you guys take care of the power-up. I'm capping this. And Latromi still has the power-up.
Just having the confidence that your teammate's going to win the 2v3, right? How big is that?
Exactly. Yeah, 100%. That is huge. That play might actually win them the round here. And win them the map
with it. Latromi going off with the Vindy. Gonna get the damage on Cook. Dropped by James. Oh, the pincer from Latromi. He just doesn't quit. And James ruins it. What a event. Overtime activated. Latromi with a little bit of work to do. There's 2 dive on him. Tin Pulse gonna make a swift getaway. Pulse waiting for a little bit of info for a clear base. And he's gonna get it. Okay. 81 plays 99. This is very doable indeed.
Yeah, we could. It's possible they could close this out before the power-up spawns, but if 2Z gets a pull, then the power-up is in play. Potentially.
We'll have to see. So far,
oh, wow.
so good.
Oh, wow. They actually were able to defend that. I think D-Slurp snuck a win in there.
They really
maybe
did.
we underestimated them a little bit.
This is 2Z's pick as well. I think, from our research correspondent, who will remain unnamed, he said that D-Slurp were a team that is improving very quickly. They're young, they've got strong aim, and so they're already good, but now they're developing that playing the game, playing the mode rather than playing DM. So this is a team that could be growing in front of our very eyes and getting better as the tournament goes on, whereas 2Z, I hate to say it, they're kind of capped. They've all been doing this for so long, they're about as good as they're ever going to get at it.
Perhaps. I mean, I think 2Z still has some growing pains. They still can get a little bit better at the game. They haven't been playing that long. They certainly haven't been playing since the game released, I don't think. So, you know,
but I'm talking about Arena FPS history, right?
Yeah, in Arena FPS, but I think they can, you know, I think they can still grow and still, you know, improve their consistency. This is just a tough game, though. I mean, it's MacGuffin, and not necessarily the best, you know, Arena FPS team wins or players win in MacGuffin. It's really the best team and how you play the situations. Things like power up,
coordination. D-Slurp looking okay. It's going to be James on the power up here. Misses a pincer. Brings out the other weapon you can use. Misses with that. And... let's not talk about it.
Yeah, let's not talk about that. Fantastic flub there from James.
Yeah. I think he's just trying to make it so the controversy about him playing goes away. It's like, they didn't really benefit from him, did they?
Exactly. Basically, he's just a squad player. Nothing special. Yeah.
That's it. That's it. Pole's ever so patient right now with the MacGuffin. I love it. I love a patient play me, but he has been done in though. Try me
He's
and
gonna be caught
James are
eventually.
here. There it is. Sunset now on the MacGuffin. Latromi's still at range. Cook's going to take him down, though. And with a couple of 25s, they can make a go of this defense. So, ooh. The cap, well, yeah, you gotta walk before you can run, and Latromi's broken all of their legs.
So close.
We're playing.
I mean, even if he
with
secures the
right
cap, even if he secures the cap, he's got to fight.
Right, did he?
So, yeah, might as well just die.
You can see on the power up. Takes down Silent Set, kills Latromi, and the cap is there in the background. 3 minutes and 15 seconds in, and we have a total of 52 coins in the back. This has been a bitterly fought over midfield.
Yeah. And D-Slurp is just, you know, they're doing well to keep 2Z at bay. They've secured a good first wave defense with the power up, but they've kind of vacated their base.
They have a little bit. That's given an
They're
opportunity.
spending a little too much time outside of the point, and it's giving 2Z a chance to make a steal. That's exactly what's happened here.
Yeah, I think Incy actually in a bit of a difficult position there. Was playing the high ground very well indeed. Sort of did everything he could. But then his team's either not giving him the comms or lost their fights, and so he then had and give away a really great position. So yeah, not the defense we've ever seen. Pulls out. He's got the MacGuffin again, as I say. This midfield, bitterly fought over, very scrappy. He's going to make the throw, takes down Silent Set. James puts him to bed, but still, it was Cook collecting the MacGuffin, taken down soon after, though, and neither can really get a grip on things. Cook with the Reds going to take down Latromi. MacGuffin is thrown, though, and now picked up by James. He's going to run it to the base. No, he's going to have to throw it as all three members of D-Slurp are there. Somehow Too Good gets behind enemy lines and now looks to make a hero play. No dice, says Coles, who's going to be running this MacGuffin out, but he's not going to stop and wait very long for that Vindicator. The timing is impeccable.
Does everything right and runs into Latromi and just gets pounded. That's unfortunate.
Oh, that stings. That's a tilter right there, bro.
Yeah, that is. You do everything right. You've got the power up. You get to your base, and there's somebody just waiting for you. Oh, and they didn't miss.
Yeah. Hulls once again with the MacGuffin. Throw it over. On to Cook. That was a nice throw. Very nice throw. How come I haven't heard of Cook before, Death? He's pretty good at this game.
He played Quake Champions. I believe he played Quake Live. I don't know why you haven't heard of him.
Me neither. It's almost because I'm a fraud. Silent Sat
Probably
making it happen, but dropped. It's the triple and the wipe for D-Slurp. He's got a pretty healthy lead as far as things go. James comes in, gets knocked away just as quickly. Latromi on the high ground. Ooh, is able to get some damage done, and Incy can't win it all alone. I cannot believe how low scoring this MacGuffin game is. Just nobody can cap for very long whatsoever. Pole's back on it. Yeah. They're hoping this will be the last, but Silent Step is here on the high ground. He's done great damage. And one rocket, not quite enough. The pincer off the mark as well. Poles manages to reconvene and steadies his aim. A couple of great pincers. Overtime activated. Is there a touch? Not on your Nelly. 1-0. A big upset already from D-Slurp.
I'm a little surprised, but I mean, just, you know, look at the fragging power for D-Slurp right now. I mean, Cook and Hennessy. Cook specifically, 10k damage.
10K.
Yeah, and I mean, you can see for 2Z, Silence Up taking a lot of damage, just trying his best to make things happen for his team. But
It's because I said I thought he was the best player in the world.
Yeah, I think that's the caster's curse once again.
Yeah, I've actually ruined that man's entire career now. He can never be the best in the world.
Yeah,
it's good. It's good. 2Z got another choice. Surely 2Z goes extinction, right?
Yeah.
Or do you there's no way they go wipeout.
I don't want to play these guys in McGuff and wipeout. I do not. If I'm 2Z, let's go to extinction. 100%.
And we go to Oxide, right?
Oh yeah, Oxide.
Yeah. Okay. We'll see. Waiting on the call from 2Z. D-Slap got to be feeling themselves right now. That's a corker. They beat them on their preferred map.
Beat them on their preferred map. I mean, you might say D-Slurp is thinking that's expected. That's what we wanted to happen. They might be a little excited. They might have a lot of confidence right now. So, I think you gotta be, don't hang your hat yet. Still got a map to go, but definitely feeling confident. You definitely feel like you're competitive and you can win this.
Well, people will see. 2Z won't be expecting to lose maps, I don't think, like that. Given their pedigree, and given the relative newness of the likes of Cook, Pulse, and NSC, that's that might hurt. That really might for 2Z. And we are going to go to Oxide as predicted for D-Slap versus 2Z. And I think this is Oxide. It's the only pick that makes any sense to me.
Yeah, I'm actually curious, if 2Z wins this. The next pick, if I'm D-Slurp and I'm feeling good about my aim, take these guys to wipeout.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Losing the MacGuffin map was plenty impressive and plenty upsetting. But I think to do it against 2Z and Extinction would be something else for a team that is as new as D-Slap are.
Yeah, I think you're right. This would be very much an upset. An epic
Tromy for now. See what they can do, though. I mean, that last MacGuffin game has surely excited us both about this team and what they might be capable of, and we can start talking about them maybe in terms of who's going to win this tournament. If they can take out 2Z, they can take out anyone.
Yeah, and if they take out 2Z, it actually opens up the tournament for a lot of teams, I think.
Yeah. Well, here we are. We are going to be getting underway off the bat with Pulse. It's going to be the red pickup from him. Mega goes the way of Cook. That's both majors for D-Slap. They collect their pincers together now. Running train on that weapon. It's got to be done. And back to the red, I think, for Pulse. He's not having a loop moment on the jump pad. Straight on it, first try. And oh, this boy. He can shoot a pincer. Believe you me.
Yeah.
90 damage. Look, 95, and he's fluffed it.
Did a very good job fighting for the red, but being smart about his own life. Did a lot of damage exiting red. And, although they didn't get the second red, he made it worth it to at least fight for it.
2Z hedged their bets here. They have James on red, who's now going to show up to the party a little bit late, but with that momentum and the stat can bully his way in. It's James on the power-up and pincer in hand. We know how much he loves that weapon, but he only survives with 2 HP. Cook, almost with the miracle savior play, but instead it's James on the power-up, on the Mega, and on a rampage right now. And it's over.
Yeah. James was a little bit lucky to survive that that rush, but then making the pincer work with the power up, not being afraid. A lot of players might have played passive there, being so low, but James realized, look, I got the power up, I got the pincer, I have some lives. Let me track some motherfuckers down. And that's what he did.
Well, he had the red as well, and it was that timing on the red that then allowed him to push in quite the way that he did. Oh, yeah, really, really good stuff. But it's another round. It's a new opportunity, and Cook's going to get the better of James there and continues to fire on the fresh spawner, but well, misses a couple and is forced to relent. It's silence up on the red. We're 99% sure that James is dedicated life leader, right? It's not going to work out this round, but usually.
No, it's not going to work out this round. He's stuck in a bunch of early deaths.
Ooh.
My guess it would be silence up his life lead.
Yeah, I think this round. Typically, you want it to be James, though, because he loves playing that defensive pincer style. Keeps himself safe. But he's one of those players that his net is going to be better than his damage, right? Like, the more impressive statistic will be his net damage rather than his total. Which I think is the hallmark of a good life lead player.
Right. Absolutely.
Silence up on the red once again. It's 2 lives against 5. Cook and Hennessy gonna struggle, I feel, to get their way back into this one, as Silence Up has that armor. Latromi, an okay stack as well. It's ENC left alone. Let's see what he can do. 10 seconds till power up. James is there. Undoubtedly going to make the call that NC is by Mega. And Latromi has found him out. A rocket and a pincer, that's all that's needed. And round 2 is over. Just 2 minutes.
Yeah, quick round there before even the second power up. 2Z is starting their dominance. Starting to see why they picked Oxide.
Absolutely. James pushing in. Oh, it's sad. Oh, it's really upsetting, actually. He's done about a total of 9 damage there, Death.
9 damage, but he's still alive.
I don't know how. This really is like a Luke moment right now. Just failing upwards. Just walking through. Alright. James has done nothing this round, and he continues to do nothing. Latromi in a battle up against Pulse, but it's Cook. That makes it a menage a trois, and Latromi isolated as well. This is wonderful to play from D-Slurp.
Yeah,
Siphonator on deck in a couple, and on Pulse.
They've gotten a bunch of 2v1s, and they've been definitely capitalized. They're evening out this round. Now, it's a Siphonator, so it's not a big deal, but...
Yeah, Mega's a big deal, though. Red up now, going to be taken by Silence-Up, the life leader for 2Z. Cook going to get a little bit of a boost. And we're going to switch over to Silence-Up, as he is the last man with any lives. Cook comes in, and well, that's a freebie.
Yeah, he took his time. 2 rockets. Sat him down on the ground. Oh. Cook steals the red, though. That's a very good play there.
Silence-Up. What? Alright. Silence-Up's played this game before, I think. He's quite good.
Yeah, just the patience. The patience he has in displacements. He's making every shot count.
And the weapon selection is absolutely impeccable. Yeah. And the time that he switches, it's so quick. It's also deliberate. Silence-Up left with 2 lives, just 1 on Pulzo, who has recently picked up a mega health by the looks of things. It's going to be found by James, and holds his own with a pincer that. That's ever so scary as a life leader, knowing that missing a pincer is almost certainly your death. But it's still the best weapon to use, right? You don't have another choice. Alright. Well, did that ghost soul just... No, he used it. Okay. Silent Set dropping low and getting dropped completely. Siphonator in 5. Pole's gonna take down James and has a look over at Red. He's thinking they're gonna be there, and he's right. What a play from Pole.
His last 5 shots have been hits, and he's had 2 100 damage pincers at the end. I mean, Poles is just, he's again, you know, he's doing the job of a life lead and putting damage pressure on the map, so all over the map. So very good usage of the pincer, not missing. Just, I mean, there's not a whole lot you can do.
It's the positioning as well, though. He's staying right on that upper level, and I think the comms were probably very good then, because it looked like he was acting as if he knew where everyone was in great detail. So I'm going to be on board with him as he takes down Latromi. This round, though, has started very well for 2Z, including Too Good, who has double red, takes down Poles. Only a ghost these days, but still, he'll take it. It's now a 1 life lead as Silent Set takes a spill. James here with 3. We say goodbye to Cook. It's NC on the point. Rockets come out, not the best, and James can't do it alone. That's power up on NC. Give it. He can't give it because he's life leader, but yeah, this isn't going to be the best power up run in the world. He's had to spend a lot of time just stacking up, getting the blue, 25, the mega. Yeah, a little bit of an unfortunate one.
Spending a lot of time, and it's going to allow 2Z to get the weapons they need to fight from distance. It's not going to be a very good power up, and as you can see, not many. I don't think any frags from that power up at all. But what that means is that the next power up. Yeah, but the next power up is going to be crucial. If we're at 3-3, it's going to be a dive, I think.
Yep. James left worse for wear. Silent Set picks up the red. Mega for NSC, whose stack is really, really rather tasty. And, well, that's lovely work. Back to the mega area he goes. And circles back. NSC, I think, waiting for information from his teammates and trying to play sort of behind them, if you will.
Yeah, unfortunately, he doesn't have timing on any item right now. You can see him just checking items. Doesn't really have a grip on timing. Checking the red
there, and he does.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, that
he needs to preserve.
If he wasn't on this,
he needs to. Well, he needs to preserve this stack for power up. It's a Vindicator.
Here we go. NSC staying out of it for now. Vindy is on James, the life leader, the most stacked player on the map, and he's got the Vindicator. James not known for being an especially fast or aggressive player, though. A little bit out of his comfort zone to play like this, I would imagine.
A little bit, but he's trying his best. He's trying his heart out. Just a little developing engine that could.
Well, that Vindicator's gone, but the Vindicators just haven't done much in this game.
It hasn't. I mean, this is probably the longest Vindicator round I've seen in a very long time. You don't usually go 4 minutes.
Yeah, you don't. And NSC, though, with just a monstrous stack, I think that this plays in their favor. He can start being aggressive now if he didn't give it a Silent Set. Alright. The opportunity they had there with that 150-150 stack is gone.
No, Silent Set just took that stack away. Doing real good work as a ghost. He should be able to, if he finds Hennessy again, he should be able to kill him. Yeah, this should be a kill here. Oh my god! It's not! Jesus Christ. Hennessy just keeps on, like, just pulling shit out of his ass, man.
Hey! Someone's died. But do you think that Hennessy drinks Hennessy?
I don't know if he's old enough to drink, to be honest.
Fair play. Fair play. Vindicator coming up. The room currently looks more covered by D-Slurp. Hennessy going to come for this Mega. Vindicator goes to Latromi, though. Yeah, I'm not liking the sounds of that if I'm on D-Slurp. But then again, we've seen Vindicators be useless before.
Yeah, we have, and this has just been a weird kind of round where the two Vindicators haven't been very useful. I mean, you're not going to see Vindicator rounds go to 3 Vindicators very often.
You're not. Was Hennessy greedy there, trying to play for the red? I don't know.
Potentially, but I mean...
It's tough. It's very, very tough. James isn't super stacked. He's going to right himself. Hennessy's found out, and Latromi takes him down. For such a long and convoluted round, it ends rather simply.
Round 5, 2, 1, fight.
3 plays 1 map point for 2Z. And is he going to get the maiden frag? Picks up a pincer. And I think we might have a fight at second red, but...
Yeah, we're going to have a fight at second red. Right on time.
Whoa! Ah!
I just want to point out Tuesday's timing on that, the coordinated push. Silent Step was crouched up top, turns around the corner. Latromi comes down from bunker, and they're able to kill a D-Slurp just before the red spawns. This nice coordinated attack, and right now they're ahead.
Z set up in.
Yeah. And
all right.
Yeah.
And it's over. Look,
Again,
as far
not
as the chat's
surprised with the
concerned,
result here.
Jahad's still spectating.
Listen,
Nothing.
this is about what we expected. We expected 2Z to take this map. I think D-Slurp put up a good fight here, but 2Z didn't look like they were going to lose this from beginning to end.
Yeah, it's the sort of performance we expected of them, that we wanted to see from them. And now it's an interesting series because it's the pick of D-Slurp, and where are we going to go? We can't go to either Oxide nor Marina, but everywhere else is free game. It's going to be Wellspring.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised with the MacGuffin pick. This is probably their best chance to sneak out a win. And I think on this particular, in this mode and on this map, I think 2Z has a unique chance to lose and win. I mean, I think they can slow this. You can slow Wellspring down to a crawl. It is possible. And I think that maybe what we see with 2Z, if I'm D-Slurp, I want to push the pace of this game.
Yeah, I think that they've done the hard work, haven't they, by getting another map win, the Wipeout win. This is their wheelhouse. This is where the veteran savvy of James Latromi and Silent Set has the least influence. It's a great equalizer, our Wipeout. The equalizer.
Wipeout. This is Wipeout.
If you were to, say, rank the modes, where would Wipeout end up, do you think?
In terms of competitiveness, fun?
No, in terms of how much you really like it.
Oh, it's my favorite.
Oh,
it's number one.
That's good. Yeah, I'm glad. Number one. I'm disappointed in Silent Sep and Latromi right now. Would love a ready up. I'd really appreciate it, I would. Are we gonna get it?
They're talking strategy.
No. Yeah,
Deciding where
I
they're
guess
gonna
so.
pull up.
James telling them about all the dev secret hiding places.
Yeah, that nobody knows apparently, because why? Wellspring's been released for almost a year now.
Almost.
We still don't know where all the hiding spots are.
Not a clue. So they're not AFK. They are running and shooting Silent 7 Ladromi.
This might be a mind game, maybe.
Right, there we go.
2, 1.
All right, Wellspring, Wipeout, 2Z and D Slurp is the biggest upset of the tournament yet about to occur. Let's find out. Ladromi off the back going to take a very nasty fight versus Cook. It's Poles doing a huge amount of damage, and James left worse for wear. Now Armor going to be pushing in now, and I think maybe looking to die, trying to facilitate Ladromi and Sunset to do damage, but it's just not going very well at all, and NSC thinks that he wants some more. Silenset falls. Someone needs to die now, though, right? Cook, NSC, or Poles are all so low.
It actually looks like they're looking for James, and really what they should be doing is a triple heal. Or at least a double heal. And I think Pulse is actually healing alone right now.
He's not healing at all. Oh, no, Pulse. Yes, he might be. He finds James, has to run away, though. Cook left on 5 HP, taken at the top of Dojo, and Poles, with his heart in his mouth, has to stay alive, and he does just about 95 damage. Rail can't hit another, though. Latromi is there, but James being as low as he is, a little bit of damage they've done to Latromi and Silent Set. I think they'll survive long enough for Poles to jump in. Well, we'll have to see, though. Cook on his own for 5 seconds. Gonna find Silent Set. Slow Weeble's there. Great usage of it. And he gets himself way more value out of that fight than he ever should have. Poles, meanwhile, takes down Silent Set, and it's an armorless James and an armorless Latromi left.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Just a good shot from
James.
Good shot from James. But he's in a bad spot. Ooh.
And there's no way out. Once you're in that area,
No.
you're in that area.
He kind of backed himself into a corner, and unfortunately, he was the last one alive.
Wipeout, ladies and gentlemen. Wipeout.
Wow, this is Wipeout. This is Wipeout.
You thought it wasn't Wipeout? It is Wipeout. Welcome to Wipeout.
This is Wipeout. Welcome to Wipeout.
This is Wipeout. Yeah.
And like I said, if D-Slurp pushes the pace and just use their aim advantage,
James.
they can sneak out a win here. They can get a win.
James almost hits the fattest rocket of the day. Doesn't happen, though. Big stack advantage now on the side of 2Z, but the coordination, the swarm that is D-Slurp, man, they are a force to be reckoned with.
They don't give a fuck right now. I mean, I know we're on pulls, but Cook is just rocket jumping around like a madman.
Yeah. And Latromi has to hide, gets found out, now fighting up against Poles, but Poles doesn't miss. And neither does Cook. It's James left alone for 5 at Statue, found by NSC, coming in with the shaft, and the rockets. Oh, they're not too bad for James, but they're not good enough. 3-0 in about as many minutes.
I'm going to say it again.
I'm
going to say it again. If they keep pushing the pace here, it's over.
The old men can't keep up.
No, they can't.
Oh, it's a special feeling in sports when a new generation comes and takes the throne. You see it with old boxers all the time. There'll be a young gun that comes in and the dynasty ends. And I think that could be happening right now as D-Slurp are on the precipice. NSC takes out James. Silent Set left alone for 15 seconds and not gonna find him. I think it will be a 3v3, or maybe not. Here comes Pulse in the smoke. Silent Step trying to be evasive. James is now back up. Latromi as well, but actually brilliant.
Silent Step did a lot.
That went way better than it should have, and now Pulse left alone underwater. Has alone the Siphonator pushes forward. Latromi says no, and we're on the board for 2Z.
That's Silent Step's round right there. He saved that round. He was in a tough spot in the sewer, but he did a lot of damage. Set up Latromi really nicely to finish that up. Oh no, but this might be it. It might be it. Oof.
Could be. Pulse pushing in. Now James 1v2 hits the pincers, switches to Rocket and stays alive crucially. Pulse, Cook and Pulse. Oh no, NSC, sorry, they're all so low, and what a turnaround from 3-0 down. We're at 3-2, but and this is anybody's game.
Yeah, it's starting to 2Z really stopped the bleeding with the first round win. They're looking better here.
Pulse, the aggression not working for him at the moment. It looks quite clumsy. The grenade's going to come out from James. Oh, definitely, yeah, 1 HP, and he gets dropped by Silent Step. Cook and Anasi going for the double heal. Pardon me. James comes and tries to ruin that party, but gets shut down. Latromi makes good on the promise, though. And see now with Silent Step in the top, and this is a hectic-ass round. James left alone for a wee bit. Doing okay at the moment, though. 1v2, oh, so difficult. Gonna make it work, though, and it's a 2v1 with Latromi up very soon, and Silent Step doing a huge amount of free damage.
Yeah, it's hard for either team to really use any respawn advantage that they have. It's just constant action. A stark contrast into the wipeout games we saw with titties. Yeah, the teams were posturing, playing basketball.
Is it the 4-3 upset for D-Slurp? Or is it the reverse sweep from the veterans of 2Z? We're all gonna find out here at the top of water. It's gonna be messy, it's gonna be fast, it's gonna be furious. The aggression is off the charts. James first of all, Pulse and Cook oh so low though. And Silent Step can make this happen. He hits, but Pulse life steals enough to get NSC back in the game. And he comes back to top water. Bye-bye, Silent Step. And, well, it could be more NSC on James. James to fall. Now, someone else in his crosshairs. It's going to be Latromi and Silent Step. He's going to take down Latromi. NSC making his presence felt in this round, and we slow down. We take a bit of a breather.
I need 2 breathers. Holy shit! It's just yeah.
Oh, James and NSC going at it. NSC gets the better of him once again. 35 seconds on the sidelines for James. Silent Step's going to avenge him though, and Pulse so far eating a pincer and not returning one. They look a little bit scared right now. They're going to have to heal Cook up, and Pulse plays bodyguard.
Yeah, D-Slurp looks a little bit nervous. I saw Cook kind of rapidly moving his mouse around, not exactly sure where to go, exposing himself by accident. But they're together now. I think they're feeling a little bit safe. They have a game plan.
Oh
man. Uh-oh.
Oh, the grenades. Oh, the grenades. Just denying the healing is huge. James now up against Pulse. Pulse looks to be doing great damage with the air rocket from James. Are you kidding me? And now, I think they're doing it. NSD left alone, and he can't win it. 4-3 reverse sweep from 2Z. It's the expected result, but not in the expected fashion.